Human trafficking is in the spotlight after a man is accused of holding 8 women against their will inside a $1 million mansion in Sandy Springs.
Mary Frances Bowley joins us now. She's the founder and executive director of Wellspring Living. It's an organization fighting childhood sexual abuse and exploitation, and she's also a founding member of the Georgia statewide human trafficking task force.
You know, Mary Frances, this story caught a lot of people by surprise who probably just don't know how prevalent human trafficking is here in Metro Atlanta.
Yes, I think it even caught us by surprise. We say every time that we talk, it can happen anywhere. But when you see it happening and you actually know somebody that lives in that neighborhood, it blows you away. But we know that there are 100 girls that are trafficked every night in Metro Atlanta.
Wow.
Those are underage girls. We don't know the ones like the young women who were enslaved in this particular mansion. We do know that traffickers make $32,000+ a week, which shows you that this is a business. It is a lucrative business in our city, an illegal business that has to be affecting more women than we can even count.
You know, I guess the hard part is unless you know something about it, how does a woman or a young girl, it's easier to understand, but how does a woman get trapped in a situation like this where they feel that they can't reach out? The woman who actually did make that call for help, that's a pretty brave thing to do considering the threats.
She put her life in danger. There's no doubt about that. But the reason why someone is lured into this, and I want to use that word a lot because it's not something that someone would choose to do. They are tricked. Remember, this is a business. Traffickers know exactly what to say to cause a girl or a woman to believe that they have their best interest at heart, but they don't. So a trafficker will be looking for someone that's vulnerable. So if you're in a situation where you're homeless or you're in poverty and someone offers you an opportunity for a job and offers you a place to live, then, and especially if you have children, you're going to fall prey to that because you'll just do anything to take care of your family. That's a mother's instinct. For our girls, many of them have suffered childhood sexual abuse. So the very person that they should have trusted in their home has probably abused them. So here's this stranger saying he loves me, and they believe it. They fall for it. And it's interesting to think about the fact that the entry age is 12 for girls. Think about any teenage girl. They're going to be insecure, and someone says that to them, especially if they've experienced sexual abuse. They're older, they're paying attention to them. They're going to believe it. It's a trick.
Now, are these young women coming from Metro Atlanta in Georgia or from outside the state?
You know, every girl that we work with, it's inside Metro Atlanta or Georgia because they look like your children and my children, my grandchildren. They are not what many times when we first started, we thought it was all international. But what we're talking about are domestic girls who are born, raised in the United States, who are in vulnerable positions, and traffickers who not necessarily look like the guy that was caught. They can be businessmen who are using this as extra income.